for this tutorial I'm going to show you two things. The butterfly, which is a really sparkly move for beginners, and the magic knot, a basic magic knot. Just a kind of more of like a conceptual type of thing. But it will show you nonetheless how to do a magic knot. So first off, I'll show you what they both look like. This is the magic knot. So, as you can see, this string's got all wrapped up around the stick in the Diablo, and then I dropped it, and it's free. And to prove it, I'll throw it. Oops, I dropped it, but still proved it was free because it fell off the strings. So, then I'll show you the butterfly really quickly. This one, as I said, was like a kind of a sparkly, showy move for beginners. It's not very difficult. You don't have to get it going very fast. The only thing is really to get it, the strings wrapped around nice and close to the tips, but I'll show you how to do that really quickly. So, I'll start with the magic knot, because that one I think is a little bit more difficult. First thing, you want to get it going really, really fast, especially if you have a bad Diablo set like I do. Mine's really cheap. So get it going as fast as you can, because there's going to be a bunch of strings touching it, a lot of friction. Then, the first thing you do is take your right stick, take your left stick, wrap it around the inside of your right stick, around the outside of the Diablo. I dropped it. Was going too slow. I'll show you right here. Then I'll redo it just so you get the understanding. So, the Diablo, this right here is your right stick. So, you take your left stick, wrap the string around the inside and over top of the right stick, around the bottom or outside of the Diablo. It's the same, same thing. Then back, cross it over, wrap it around the outside of your right stick. Oops, almost falling off there. And then back around the outside of the Diablo. And then your strings are really short. As you can see, the Diablo is not going anywhere without the stick. But if you just drop the strings off, the Diablo is free. So, to recap, take your left stick around the inside of the right one, around the outside of the Diablo. Oops, dropped it. Inside of the right stick, outside of the Diablo, and inside of the right stick, outside of the Diablo, outside of the right stick, outside of the Diablo. And it drops off and it's free. So so the tricks to doing that are, when you wrap it around the stick, you want it to be really close to the tip like this. You don't want it to be way back here or anything, because as you know, the Diablo tips forward and backwards based pretty much on how even your hands are, forward and backwards. If you have one hand, if you move your right hand forward, it'll tip forward, yada yada yada. So, you want to keep the strings up and next to each other as closely as possible, without dropping them obviously, so that it doesn't tip as much. So I'll show you one more time what that looks like as it's moving. Inside, outside, out. And there we go, drop it, and it's free. I'll try and do that a little lower, because I have a feeling that I did it too high on the screen for you to see. So, let's recap. Alright, so that's pretty much all of the magic knot there is. It's basically, magic knot's just creative ways to wrap your Diablo in sticks with the strings, and then have it just fall back into being normal. Now I'll show you the butterfly. Pretty simple. All you do is you take, I'll show you on my left side here, you take your right stick around this stick and just pull, and it flings it around. And so now I'll show you on my right side. Hopefully I can get a better angle. I don't know if that worked out so well. Around it, like that, and just pull. Oops, hit the stick. But, pretty simple. You don't have to have it going too fast, because it's not gonna accelerate it at all, but it's not gonna put too much more friction on it. So, things you want to focus on for that trick are try and get the sticks as you cross it over, as you cross one stick over the other one, to pull it and pop the Diablo over. Get it as close to the tip as possible, as with the magic knot, because it will cause the Diablo to kind of flip out and tip around if you have it way off. It's probably not going to make you completely miss the move, but you know, it'll get you messed up a little bit. And also, kind of, if you get it rocking first, it creates a nicer arc to actually do it. When you have it like this, and it's just sitting here, this is straight down, and you take this stick and you wrap it around, and you pull it, no matter what angle you pull this stick at, this Diablo is just pretty much going to come straight up. So it's difficult to get it to not hit the stick as it comes up, since, you know, it's going to be hanging halfway on this side, halfway on that side, more or less. So, try and get it rocking, if you can. Like, when you do it from one side, like if you do it on your left side and then you do it on your right side, it comes down and sweeps, like under it to some extent, as you probably noticed. And that creates a nice little, as it comes back out to equalize itself like a pendulum, it creates a nice little arc for you to utilize and make pop up over the stick nice and cleanly. So this makes it hit the stick, unless you like pull the stick out at the last second. And this right here, I'll show you in 2 seconds, creating a nice little arc. See how it dips down underneath my right stick before I do it? That creates a nice clean arc for it to work with. Just like that. So when you do it one side after the other, they kind of create the little dips underneath the sticks for each other. So I do it on my right side, it comes back down, it comes under like that, and so on and so forth. So that trick's pretty simple, fun to do in my opinion. And there's a lot of different things you can do with it after practice. So have fun. Birdie Bob, I got a shirt with my internet alias on it and my little bird thing. So look for my tutorials.